This young farm kid from over in Hanover, Kansas, came over and said that he wanted to open a kind of a radiator shop, kind of a welding shop. Don probably had maybe 3 or 4 employees. We would take gas tanks over there and radiators and stuff, and they would fix them. And then he came up with the idea to make what I call a farm slide-in cattle rack, a metal framed rack that you would put in the back of a pickup. The farmer could actually load and haul a cow or 2.
Most farm implement manufacturers tend to be focused on farm implement, and of course they ride the market up and down. And Don has taken a unique approach to expanding his business.
He started making hitches, he's into tillage, forklifts. He made what they call the rollback wreckers, and he started doing several different things. Just his imagination was crazy.
But he also got into the de-icing machines for the military and for the airlines, and that kind of grew their business in a different way too that was really interesting. It was kind of neat to see him dabbling in aviation when he was very much an aviator.
I can remember working closely with Don during the Iraq War. They needed him to create some trailers to move equipment out of Fort Riley. They couldn't find any trailer in America large enough to handle the equipment that they needed. He not only did a magnificent job in it, but the pride that he took in helping America at that time just spoke volumes to me.
He saw a need, and he built things to meet that need.
Give the man an idea, and he will do it. He will come up with it.
And create really one of the largest companies in the state of Kansas. He's built a magnificent plant. Certainly has always had not only his employees' heart in mind, but also the community. He's a great community leader at all aspects.
The things that Don has done for this community is crazy. I mean, it's just the money he has donated, the time he has donated, the organizations that he has been in.
He was very actively involved in the new hospital. And quite honestly, I don't believe that new hospital would have come to fruition had it not been for the efforts of Don, both from a financial giving point of view, but also his time, his effort in seeing that things got done.
St. Gregory's, the Catholic Church, is going to build a new church. And Don has really been instrumental in helping the design.
And I think when the project's totally complete, that entire community will have something to be very proud of. He was also very instrumental several years ago in seeing that the school got added on to and became a first-class facility. And through his business, he created a fence around the parking/playground area, did a beautiful job with it.
He helped build a little terminal area there at the airport.
Totally created and built the gate that separates the public from the airport.
He solely, I think, has been the one that has spearheaded junior achievement and has kept it alive for the years that it's been in Marysville. Don's been involved in the Community Foundation as well as K-State and many other endeavors. He just paints a broad brush of anything that's worthwhile that Don's involved in.
I had a daughter that has brittle bone disease. It's called osteogenesis imperfecta. And she was breaking 4 and 5 bones a year. Willie Armstrong here in Marysville got me hooked up with the Shriners Hospital in St. Louis. The Shriners would drive us out there, but this little girl I had was, at that time, 1.5 years, 2 years old, would be in a spica cast, just a little bitty cast thing that would cover both legs and stuff, and it would just be a terrible long trip. Don Landoll stepped up to the plate and says, I will fly her to St. Louis and back numerous times. I can't even tell you how many times. Never, ever charged me or the Shriners anything to do that. Remarkable.
I've seen Don's family grow up. It's good to see families working together to grow a business.
All of his family has stepped up. I mean, he's got a son that actually works for Don. He's got a brother that works with Don. He's got a daughter that works with Don. Again, all the family has got together and really stuck with this thing and really helped build the business. I don't know how Don would do without them, and I sure don't know what they would do without Don. I mean, it's remarkable. He golfs. He's a big member at the Marysville Country Club.
Don's an avid flyer. He has his own airplane and flies and enjoys flying. He takes in a lot of events from K-State, whether it's at a Landon lecture or at a sporting event. He loves to participate and loves to share it with other employees too.
I think in all my dealings with him, I've always considered him to be a good friend.
Don brings to any project a great faith in what he's doing, and it is largely his faith that, in my mind, sustains his efforts in what he's doing, both as a businessman, as a community leader, and as a person.